Hi! No, it's been a while since we've made a video, but we wanted to make a video today about the Angelina Jolie decision that she made about getting a double mastectomy. Due to the fact that she's the carrier of the BRCA gene, BRCA1. I am not a carrier of the BRCA gene. There's no family history in my family of breast cancer. So I'm so glad that I don't carry that gene, and neither does my sister. She got tested as well. I have a sister who's 3 years younger than me. Who do you think?
Kudos to Angelina Jolie for bringing to light such an, I guess, important issue for, BRCA gene carriers, BRCA1 gene carriers, which is something we knew absolutely nothing about when Yulady got diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
Didn't even know there was such a thing. But the idea that Angelina Jolie chose, her mother died at 56, I think.
56, I think that's what it said.
Of ovarian cancer. Mm-hmm. And based upon when Yulady got sick, and we knew, we learned about the BRCA gene, Yulady got tested. Well, that was like horrible waiting period, right? It was like almost worse than waiting like for some of the cancer decisions.
And it's a very expensive test too. It's like $3,000. Yeah,
$3,000 or something.
$3,000 is a very, and then waiting for it.
I don't know if insurance covered the whole thing.
It covered, like my insurance covered some, and then we had to pay some of it ourselves.
Which is retarded because the idea of preventing health problems in the future by testing now should be something healthcare companies would want, but this is not a diatribe on healthcare companies. I could give you a whole 2 hours on that. But it's interesting to see, and Yulady and I have been looking at the social media today. We've been looking at the op-ed piece she did in the New York Times, the thing on NPR, and it's amazing to me how uneducated people are about the BRCA gene, what it means. And it's not surprising, it's just amazing to me that when something like that comes to light, I saw negative press, which I was amazed by.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I even saw
it.
A post by a doctor that was kind of irresponsible, actually, talking about how...
And this is just our opinion.
Yes, this is our opinion.
We're not doctors.
Yulady and Jerry's opinion,
right,
that's it.
We're not doctors, we're only giving you our experience and strength in how we dealt with things. But, for example, Yulady had a choice when she got sick. She had cancer in one of her breasts, and one of her lymph nodes, one of the sentinel lymph nodes had some cancer cells. We decided prophylactically to have Yulady get a double mastectomy, and that brought her chances of a recurrence down, obviously. Chemotherapy, radiation brought it down even further. But it's one of those things where education, and this, we've talked about this in the past, I've written about this in the past, that education is probably, to me, the most important part of cancer. And, instead of Angelina Jolie waiting, getting cancer, forget the possibility of death, which is she leaves Brad Pitt, she leaves her children, she leaves, all those important things. But she made this choice to get this double mastectomy, and probably I think she had something like an 87% chance of getting breast cancer. So instead of look, we did it the whole last year. It is horrible to go through. Chemotherapy.
Yeah, I know.
Did you like chemotherapy?
No,
how was that?
The thing that I said, and I posted this on my Facebook, is ultimately what she did with that rate, the chance of her getting cancer. What she did was saving herself from going through chemo and radiation, and that. Can I tell you, that's not an easy thing. It's not a walk in the park. It sucks.
It's not easy for any of us.
For anybody. It's not for the person who's going through it. It's not not for the person that, that watches. It's not okay. It's not good for the children.
And by the way,
she grew up seeing her mom sick.
Her mom sick, yeah. Don't forget the side effects of chemo, the side effects of radiation, all increased your risk of certain types of cancer. So I got cancer.
I found out I had cancer at 32 years old. That alone puts me up in a higher rate for getting cancer, because I got it so young, later on in life, from the effects of my chemo and my radiation. As you could see, I'm still burned from my radiation and stuff. And look,
go
that's
against
that.
go against my white skin, and you really see.
So yeah, I applaud her decision. I actually have a close friend who did this.
Who's a doctor?
Who's a doctor who did this 10 years ago, maybe even more or less. And yeah, I'm sure she had friends or people in her life saying, "Were you crazy? Were you crazy doing this?" No, she saw her mom go through it. She carries the gene, and she decided that she wanted to take take it upon herself to not go through what her mom went through. As a mother of 6, I would have done exactly the same thing.
And I would have begged her to do the same thing as the father of the mother of 6.
The one thing that I also got in when I first found out I had cancer, I was being raw vegan and gluten free. I've just finished, and I got a lot of people on my Facebook, and I'm a yoga instructor, saying don't go through a double mastectomy. Go to this doctor here. Go to homeopathic. Go to India. Go to that. And you know what? I was very thankful, and I said thank you so much for your advice. Thank you so much for everything you've sent me. But call me a coward, but I am scared. I do not want to die. I want to see my children grow up. So I'm going to go the old-fashioned way and go through chemo and radiation. That was my decision.
But we also meditated on it. We prayed about it. We did holistic approach to it as well, but we certainly didn't skip
absolutely.
Western
I practiced yoga, I meditated, I ate well, juiced and stuff, but I decided to go to chemo because I want to see my children grow up. Now, if 5 years, if I last year or 2 years ago, somebody said to me, you're gonna get cancer in 2 years, the chances are that it's 86%. Oh God, I wish that would happen to me. I would be like, hell yeah, take these puppies out. I don't care about them. I really don't. I would have stayed flat-chested.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
By the way.
Man, well, it's also very important to have a significant other like I do with my husband who really doesn't see that.
Do you know what I read today? That one of the people was saying some form of diatribe against Angelina, against the mastectomy. You know why? Because you lose sensation in your breast. I'm like, death? No sensation in your breast.
Really? It's no-brainer there.
And, this video's going a little longer than I hope, but here a couple of just final points. Number one, she got tested for the BRCA1 gene because she had a family history of it. This is not telling everybody in the world to run out and go get a BRCA test. That's not what everyone needs. If you have a family history, if talk it through with your physician, talk it through with your gynecologist, and they'll give you the odds, they'll give you the possibilities, and that's something you should do. And we're not saying, Yulady and I are not saying at all, everyone run out and get a BRCA test. No. Her sister did because she had it.
She was the first, now because I had cancer, now it's in my, now there's a family history in my family. The first thing when my sister went to the gynecologist was, they said, my sister's 32 years old. She just found out she had cancer. First thing that the doctor sent her was for a BRCA test.
And they're going to start testing our daughter at the age of 22 because Yulady got it at 32.
So, I'm going to be proactive with that. And then if my daughter at age 22 tests is positive for the BRCA gene, I will send by her if she wants to get a double mastectomy. I do. It's just, I don't ever wish chemo and radiation upon anybody. Not my worst enemy.
It's just, it beats you up so badly. It beats your whole family up so badly. And we survived it, but it's why go through it if you don't have to?
Why?
One final point, and I'll let Yulady finish. If Angelina needs any help with the getting them to look right or anything of that sort, I absolutely am going to volunteer myself. I'm sure you don't mind.
I'll volunteer myself too.
There you go. So the Salutis to the Jolies and the Pitts. If you guys need anything, call us. We'll help.
Call me.
Anyway, everybody, please.
We'll babysit for you too.
Get tested. Be smart. This is a good decision by her. There's no question about it, and that is simply our opinion.
Yes, I applaud her decision, and I applaud any woman's decision who is BRCA positive to go through a double mastectomy and prevent going through hell. Yes, chemo and radiation is hell.
And also, if you get breast cancer in one breast like Yulady did, we recommend get a double.
I chose to go double.
That's simply what we chose. That's us.
I just thought to myself, I don't ever want to go through this again. No. So I'm going to get them out. And I don't feel less of a woman. I really don't. I actually, this shirt is kind of see-through, and I don't have to wear a bra because it's, I have no nipples. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. It's so nice to connect with you again. Just remember, this is our opinion. We don't mean to offend anybody, but hey, see you later.